Hey, good morning, everybody. Appreciate y'all taking the time to tune in so early and join me today on a Friday. Today is August the 12th, and it's about 8:50 a.m. We're about 20 minutes into the market open here. And the big question of the day is, are we in a bull market or are we in a bear market? I'm sure a lot of y'all are asking, is it a good time to buy into some of these stocks? How's the market performing? Things like that. Well, if you don't have access to some of these charts, you should probably subscribe to the channel. Y'all hit that subscribe button so you can be on the know every time I drop a video, because today we're going to let y'all know, is it a good time to buy into some of these stocks or what to wait for in order to know when's the right time. So off the back, let's go ahead and jump in here. I know a lot of y'all that's been following the channel, y'all should already know how we do. We like to keep 4 of our top picks up on the charts here. Today we're going to look over something a little different. We're going to be looking at our indexes. And if you aren't familiar what an index is, it's pretty much just a group of stocks just grouped together depending on how they like to look at a certain sector or a certain industry that's performing in the overall market. So off the back, I got 4 up here. We're going to look at S&P 500. We're going to look at the NASDAQ 100, the Russell 2000, which is more of our smaller cap companies. And then also wanted to show y'all the New York Stock Exchange Oil Index. This is just of how our gasoline, oil, and petroleum related products perform, or how they're doing in the overall market. So let's go ahead and start from the top. S&P 500's got some of our top 500 best performing big companies in the game right now, and the price is weighted more on the bigger companies, so meaning the bigger companies are going to have more of an impact on the price than the smaller companies are. I can't really give you a list of names that are all involved in the S&P 500. These are things that I'm still learning about also, so don't hold me to everything that I'm saying, but my overall understanding of how these things work, this is going to give you a good indication of how we're performing, going off of just how these are moving together, because there's so many companies involved in just this one index. So it's telling you, all right, well, this area of stocks are moving good, they're performing well, they're moving up, they're not. So looking at how 3 of these are showing, they kind of look a little similar, they kind of correlate together, everything's moving a little similarly. And this big blue line, though, this is what we want to look at, right? This is going to show us if we're in a bull market, or pretty much tell us if we're in a bull market or in a bear market. This is what a lot of the analysts use in order to identify, what direction these stocks may start moving, or people are going to start drawing in, buying, seeing more buying pressure or selling pressure, right? Well, the 200-day moving average, that's the average price that we've been performing at over the last 200 days, which is around, every index is different because of how they're weighted and which companies are involved. So, as you can see, the S&P 500, that 200 days about 4,200. Well, right now we're holding a little bit above that level. It doesn't mean that we're, possibly gonna. It's not a positive, indicator that we're gonna move to the upside. But this is something to watch. Is this level right now, right here? And if we end up holding and start to push more up, then that's going to give us a good idea. All right, y'all, let's start figuring out which stocks are moving, what's causing the move, and is it the time to buy into some of those stocks. You can do a more granular dig into those companies itself. So the S&P 500 right now, if we start to see a bigger candle form, I would probably dig into what's really driving that movement in that price, which companies that are involved in this index is pushing that price up. And then you would want to look at those individual stocks, whether you want to invest into an index to be more safe on that weighted price movement, or you can actually look into one of those individual stocks and figure out, is this something you want to buy in itself, or if you're a fan of one of those companies, you may want to just buy that one stock itself, depending on what you're trying to invest in, right? If you want a more secure and stable way of holding your money, an index would probably be the better way to move. I know they're a little more pricier, but the money you put in here, you probably have more of a chance of not having as much volatility associated with the movement there with the money you invest. But our technology companies, as you can see, the S&P 500 is more of a, I believe, an industrial style. Don't hold me to that. Maybe that's the Dow. But this is actually holding a little bit higher than our technology companies. We're kind of right at that door. We're knocking on it, but nobody's answering yet, as you can see it here. We see more green candles forming. We're starting to see higher lows. So that's a good indication that we're pushing higher on the S&P 500, but our technology has kind of got a little hesitation there. So we're really watching these levels here. We really need to see a green candle close above the 200-day, the blue line on the daily, and then it'll give us more confidence and conviction that we're going to probably start to see some more upside here on the price. The RSI is also something we like to watch, which is this yellow line. This is a level, the 70 and the 30. As you can see, we're starting to push a little bit closer to that 70 mark. It doesn't mean that we can't pass it, you know, but it may be overbought once we hit that level, and we may possibly see a pullback here in that price. So right now we're still good. We may be able to still open next week, closing in the green, and that's what I want to wait for, though, to let me know, all right, y'all, we're possibly in a bull market now. They're kind of calling that we're in a bull market already, but for me, it depends. You know, we really don't know yet, because it's still too early to call an actual bull market. Now, don't get me wrong, there's stocks out here that are performing very well. You know, AQST is one that I've been following. I don't know if y'all seen my other videos that I posted. I posted one a couple of days ago that was calling this breakout here, and we're still pumping, y'all. Look, we're already up again on the day. We've already broke and hit a new high, there's a lot of other stocks out here that are doing the same thing right now. So these are good indications that we're starting to move into the bull market territory. But we still have to watch those levels. A pullback can always come at any time. There can be some news drop the bomb, and we can just do a complete 180 turnaround there. So just be aware of what you're looking at, what you're putting your money into. But right now, the way I'm looking at it, we're starting to see a bull market, and I'm feeling good about some of these stocks here. Hopefully we can keep that momentum going, and we can continue to see these prices rise. But right now, these are things that we want to keep an eye on, y'all. If y'all don't got those charts or these platforms where you're able to look at these levels, just know that we're watching these levels here, and we need to hold at least close for the week above the 200-day moving average. Our oil, we've been performing well, but we got our breakout coming also right here, as you can see, around that $1,600 mark right there. We've come down from that level. We've been testing it. We tested it again. We came all the way back down to these lows. We came up. We tested it back here at the beginning of August, and we're starting to test it right now. So we may see a breakout in our oil also. So these are things that you want to see, what's really driving the price in some of these indexes. Look into those individual companies, understand them, check the fundamentals behind them, their future prospects, things like that. Any contracts being committed to here, anything lately going on. But these are things you want to know, especially before you start to just throw a lot of money into some of these stocks. But we're feeling good, y'all. We're feeling like we're pushing back into that bull market, and hopefully we can have a good next quarter here and make some money. But hopefully this video is doing y'all justice. We're going to cut it short here. It's about almost 9 a.m. Hit that thumbs up, though, if this video is working for y'all, and just let me know, how y'all feel about some of these stocks moving. Comments are always welcome. Please provide your feedback below, and we'll talk to y'all again real soon. Peace out, y'all.